So today we're going to talk about the serve in tennis. And the serve in tennis is extremely important because it starts off the game and it can be used as a dominant way of scoring points against your opponent. So let's get started. Now to start off your tennis serve, you want to have a great staggered stance because this stance gives you great balance. And that means your dominant foot starts in the back and your non-dominant foot starts in the front. So my right foot is back because I'll be swinging with my right hand, and my left foot is forward. What you want to start with is your arm out like such, with the ball sitting right in your palm. What's important here is to toss it up gently so that it can go up and land just in front of where you want to hit it. So when I throw it up, it is going to land a couple inches, more or less 5 to 6, in front of your non-dominant foot. And this is going to allow you to get the right angle for your racket to hit the ball downwards and across into your opponent's court. The next part of your serve is also very important. And this is after you toss the ball up, is going to be the swinging motion. So once I have my staggered stance, get my ball out in front of me, after I throw it up, this motion is going to happen at the same time the ball is thrown up. Once the ball is thrown up, you bring your racket back to an L-shaped position with your swinging arm. And then from here, you bring it over your back between your shoulder blades. And this is called a back scratch position. If you can see, this racket is right in between my shoulder blades. And that is where you want the next position to be. From this position, you can bring your racket up high, so you can touch the sky almost. And you want it to get to the very top and slightly bend your racket downwards. And once you bend that downwards, you're going to follow through. So in fast motion, it should look like this. Like so. So now we're going to move into our next part, which is actually throwing the ball up and then trying to end it with the swinging motion and hitting it. So let's move on. Now we're going to do a quick demonstration of how you actually hit the ball on the serve. I'll try and do it from a couple different angles so you can get the best view. So at the staggered stance, ball's out in front, throw it up, L, backswing, and follow through. And if you saw what I did there, going through our teaching cues once again, staggered stance, ball out in front, throwing it straight up, brought my arm back to an L, to the back scratch, to high, follow through. Now that we've gone through the motions, I'm going to show you a couple of learning tasks that students can do in your classroom in order to improve their serve. So to begin, we're going to start with putting our tennis racket down in front of us into our staggered stance, and here we're going to practice the drop. So simply we're going to keep practice having our arm out, eye level with the ball, and tossing the ball straight up into the air so that we can try to get to land 6 inches in front of our dominant foot, which is the perfect spot of where you want to hit the ball. So arm out, ball up in your palm, nice and soft, toss it straight up, and students can practice hitting it onto the net of the racket so that they were able to get the feel of where it should properly be when serving the ball straight up. Another learning task you can use for your students is very simple, and it's practicing the basic motion of the swing without any balls. So what I would do is have students line up in a straight line so you can see each and every one of them, and you're going to go through the motions of bringing the racket back into an L position, bring it over their head to back scratch, swinging up high and touch the sky, and then swinging and follow through. This is a simple drill, and it doesn't have to take very long for your students, but it is great to practice for a couple minutes so students can get the basics down. And last but not least, another learning task you could use is simply having your students pair up one-on-one and having them practice serve across from each other and giving them a couple serves each. So the first student will start off with 3 balls, and the other student will be on the other side collecting their serves. So the student practices bringing the ball up high, lifting it up, and practicing the backswing of the L, the back scratch, up high and touch the sky, and following. So thank you very much for watching this video on how to do a proper serve in tennis. And so just to go over, we're going to go over a few of the basic cues of learning the tennis serve. So from the start, the staggered stance, ball out in front of you, tossing the ball up high so that it can reach about 6 inches in front of your foot. bringing the racket back, back scratch position, up high and touch the sky, and then following through. So in fast motion, this is it again. Thank you for watching.